Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Astrodify. Today we are going to talk about our next nakshatra, that is Mool Nakshatra. So far we have discussed till Jyeshtha Nakshatra and we have seen that what is a nakshatra, how it functions, what are its various qualities and what are the traits of the people who are affected by a particular nakshatra. So if you don't know that what is a nakshatra, how the total categorization is being done in astrology, how the total division is being done, that how many nakshatras are there in a 30-degree interval of a zodiac sign and how many pad are there in one nakshatra, then you please check on my Ashwini Nakshatra video. In that video I have told each and everything in detail so that every person can learn in the most simple manner, and if you know that the basic things, then you will be then it will be easy for you to understand the details. So let's discuss today our Mool Nakshatra, and if any one of you want to view this whole video in Hindi, can check on the link shown below, and this link is being shown in annotations. If you have turned off your annotations mode, so please turn it on and you will be able to watch that whole video in Hindi by clicking on the link. So let's start and discuss that what is a Mool Nakshatra and what are its various traits and what are the various qualities that a Mool native has. So let's start with the ruler first. The ruler of Mool Nakshatra is Ketu, and according to the ruler there are the qualities inherited in a particular nakshatra. The total interval, the total spread of this nakshatra is from 0 to 13 degree 20 minutes in Sagittarius zodiac sign. So this nakshatra is totally spread in Sagittarius zodiac sign from 0 to 13 degree 20 minutes. So this means that if your any planet is placed in Sagittarius and if it is in between 0 to 13 degree 20 minutes in degree wise, then that planet which is placed in Sagittarius will be in Mool Nakshatra. So now let's talk about its symbol. Its symbol is a tied bunch of roots, a bunch of roots which are tied collectively, which are tied, and this deals with this. According to the symbol, the qualities are being determined. So this tied bunch of roots shows that this nakshatra deals with getting to the bottom of everything, because roots are placed, roots are the bottommost part of a plant, of a tree. So this nakshatra is dealing with all kinds of things, who especially to the bottom of those things. This nakshatra represents to the bottom of everything, and as this nakshatra, as roots are the bottommost parts and are hidden, so this nakshatra also represents all kind of hidden things which are like hidden things, events or that occur in your life, or any kind of realms, hidden realms like ghosts, they are hidden, but like paranormal activities. So these kinds of hidden events and realms are being are represented by this nakshatra, and hidden things like the which are having mystery, which are containing mystery in them, like Jyotish itself, like mantras, like tantra, and Reiki, all kinds of healing methods which are unknown to most of the people, but there are very less number of people practicing it. So that kind of hidden things are being represented by this nakshatra. Then this nakshatra shows a strong foundation of one's actions, because roots are the foundation or the base of a plant. So this nakshatra shows that what is the actual foundation of one's actions. Then this nakshatra helps a person in projecting his talents and skills in a meaningful way which he has attained in past life, because Ketu is what it is the ruler of this nakshatra, and Ketu represents your talents, your skills which you have attained in your past life, but you are going to project those talents and skills in front of the others in this life, in your present life. So these kinds of talents are represented by Ketu. So this nakshatra helps the people to to project their talent in a meaningful way. This nakshatra is also of investigation. It shows investigation, because investigation is finding the hidden things which are hidden. You have to find that. So all kind of hidden things, all kind of hidden plane is being represented by Mool nakshatra. And this nakshatra also represents diseases and its medicines, especially the diseases which are of unknown cause, which are of unknown, which have unknown symptoms, which you cannot trace easily, because Ketu represents the diseases which occur without showing any symptoms. So these kinds of diseases and its medicines are shown by Mool nakshatra. Then these now let's talk about its the qualities of the people who are affected by or ruled by Mool nakshatra. So the people, by people I mean that the person who has his moon placed in Mool nakshatra in his horoscope. So now let's talk about the various qualities. So this nakshatra shows that the person has a tendency to get to the root of the things, and he has a curiosity in his mind that he want to know that how the thing has started, what is the base of the base of a particular thing which he has interest in. So these people have a tendency that they go to the base, to the bottommost part, and learn that how the thing has started. Then these people are very relentless actually, and these people are do not stop, they don't stop until they exercise their will. So they are very relentless, they have utmost willpower, but they don't stop until they exercise their will. They don't stop until they achieve, until they know that what is the base of a particular thing. These people are very impulsive. This nakshatra shows impulsiveness. So these people are very impulsive, and actually if you see this nakshatra represents individualization of a person, because we have talked that in Ashwini nakshatra the process of individualization starts. It begins in Ashwini nakshatra. It comes in its intermediate position in Magha nakshatra, where a person achieves throne, and now in Mool nakshatra he has the power and influence. He has the power and influence. So the total process of individualization culminates in Mool nakshatra. The natives of Mool nakshatra have power and influence in their life. This nakshatra provides them power and influence, but it makes them proud and arrogant sometimes. These people easily get arrogant, and if this nakshatra is acting in its lower aspects, then it makes a person extremely arrogant and sometimes an egomaniac also, because he will be totally lost in his ego. He will be always thinking of himself first, and on small matters also, on small issues, he represents his egos. He presents that he is the god, he is the king, he is the policy maker. No, but this nakshatra induces this kind of quality in them, this kind of trait in them, which is a poor trait if this nakshatra is not acting well. In more evolved souls, if this nakshatra is more evolved, then the people will be having proud, but they will be humble also. They will not be showing showing off all the time. Then these people can take heavy responsibility. This nakshatra gives them a strength to take heavy amount of responsibility, and they are able to comprehend. They are sometimes it happens that they are not able to comprehend with their power and abilities which they are provided with, but this mostly occurs due to their ego problem. Then these people, if you go by the appearance of these people, you can see them, they have a prominent nose. Their nose and ear are very prominent. Their nose and ears are very prominent. If you see their face, your nose and ears will be very prominent, and their lower lip will be a bit thick than the above one. It will be a bit thick, their lower lip. So by appearance you can judge them. So these are the various qualities that these people have, the Mool Nakshatra natives. So now let's talk about what is Mool Nakshatra. The Mool Nakshatra is a neutral nakshatra. Its gun is tamasic and its element is air. If you don't know that what is gun and tattva element, then you can go to my Ashwini Nakshatra video, you can watch that and you will be able to see, you will be able to learn that what are these things. In that video I have told. Now let's talk about its pad. Each nakshatra has 4 pad. Now the pad placement actually determines the construction of your D9 chart. The pad placement will determine that which planet will sit in which zodiac sign in your D9 Naumansha chart. So if your any planet is sitting in Mool Nakshatra and Mool Nakshatra is in Pad 1, then that planet will sit in, then that planet will occupy the zodiac sign of Aries in your D9 or Naumansha chart. If your any planet is sitting in Mool Nakshatra and Mool Nakshatra is in Pad 2, then that planet will occupy Taurus zodiac sign in your D9 chart. It will sit in Taurus zodiac sign. Similarly, if it is in Pad 3, then that planet will occupy Gemini zodiac sign, and if it is in Pad 4, then that planet will sit in the zodiac sign of Cancer in your D9 or Naumansha chart. So we have discussed that what is Mool Nakshatra, what is its ruler, and what is its symbol, what are the basic characteristics of this nakshatra, and how the natives of Mool Nakshatra behave, what are their qualities and their characteristics. We have discussed that, and we have discussed that how the determination of a zodiac sign is being done from path placement. So if you are new to my channel, just subscribe below by clicking the subscribe button. If you have any queries, you can mail me on my email ID shown in the description, and for more information check on my Facebook page. So we will meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye and thank you.